I have a 2011 Chrysler 300 here, going after the oil filter housing, but this here I'm just going to show you a couple of tips and tricks for removing the upper plenum to start with. Since I am doing the upper housing, I started by draining the coolant and popping this hose and having a pan and a couple of drip pans underneath there will really help you from making a big mess. There is a skid plate that has 4 bolts you got to pull off. To get this off without a bunch of headaches, there is 2 brackets you'll have to undo here. Just loosen this bolt here. It's a 13mm on the head. And on the other one on the back there, can't see it terribly well, it has a bracket. It has a nut on the top of it, and then it also has another one where you're going to have to loosen that up with a wrench that's a open end wrench on that. See if I can get that where you can see that fairly well. So I have that. Okay, so do an open end wrench. Don't unthread those all the way, but just get them out far enough where you can get them clear of these studs here. Some of the older stuff you could go on unthread studs, but not on this one because the plastic goes in and it doesn't come straight through. If it was an aluminum manifold, you might have been able to just unthread the studs. So on the other side here, there's a few hoses and wires and things of that sort, but those are pretty straightforward. Just be careful, make sure it's fairly warm and pliable on the plastic. Have 2 nuts there. Hose here you can pop out without having to undo the clip there. And then one of the things on this here that is helpful, especially going back in with installation, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8mm fasteners on this. And when you undo them, if you go ahead and just go and loosen them up and then pull up on them and just thread them a little bit, they hold them up and it makes it much easier for removal and installation. The inside ones don't always do that very well, but go ahead and just do that before you go back together, and that makes that pretty simple. And so I have everything all ready to come off, and here we are with the intake ready to come out.